So I'm pretty stoked. I got my graphics from my graphics guy. Put those on last night, and it looks pretty cool. My friend owns 365 Power Sports up in Merrill, and snowmobile ATV parts supply store. So he has helmets and clothing and parts and whatnot. He also does graphics. He did all the graphics on my Jeep when I built that. He has the ability, his graphics, his decal machine can actually take a photograph and make a sticker out of it. Pretty high-tech stuff. So anyway, he did the graphics for this for me. I also was able to pick up some climb handlebar mitts that I wanted for blowout price because it's the end of the snowmobiling season. So I got a pair of those. Those look pretty cool on there. I was able to pick up some hood snubbers to hold the hood down, and 4 snowmobile slides, track slides, that I'm going to use as runners on the underside of my toboggan. And I picked all of this stuff up for $100. So I'm pretty excited. So the project tonight is to flip the toboggan over and install these Teflon slides so that I don't wear through the bottom of the plastic tub on the toboggan on the ice or crossing roads or gravel, whatever. You'll melt through the bottom of a tow behind plastic sled in no time. So the Hyfax slides will take the hit. They're replaceable. As they wear down over time, you just replace them. So yeah, I'll flip that over tonight. I'll install those, and I don't think I'll be able to get the cables, the control cables that I need for this machine anytime soon because of the COVID thing, and California is where they're coming from, and they're got to be custom made, and the company that makes them is probably on shutdown right now. So excuse me. So I'm not holding my breath for that. So just so I can use this possibly this weekend, take it for a shakedown cruise and check it out, I'm gonna make my controls with ropes. Yeah. So I got some paracord around here somewhere, and I'll just pull on a string to make the throttle go faster, and I'll pull on a string to make the brakes work. And that's how I'll have to use it for now until this whole thing blows over and I can maybe get some cables made up. But my goal is to take this for a shakedown cruise this weekend. And today is Tuesday, and that's so I'm hoping I can get it out on the ice and try it out this weekend. So without further ado, I will show you the graphics, and then I'll get cracking on that toboggan. So let's take a look. So I suppose I should tell you the backstory. So I named the machine the Klondiker. The Klondike region in Alaska is famous for sled dog teams, and that's primarily how they get around up there. So I envisioned this machine as like a motorized dog sled team, because that's basically what it is. You stand in a toboggan behind the dog, which pulls you, or dogs. So I named it the Klondiker for Klondike in Alaska. I also wanted it to look like a dog, so that's why I cut out the teeth on the front hood as the ventilation screen, and then the graphics I selected for the side of the hood is that of a dog. So so yeah, here it is. I think it's pretty cool. Got the name down there. Got it on both sides. There's my toboggan with my seat system I designed. The seats lift out of here. Just like that. There's a post on the bottom. Goes down into that pipe. Just like that. Swivel. So I can pull up to a spot, drill a hole next to the sled, and just sit in my chair and fish. Here's the climb handlebar mitts. They have windows on them, so when you have your hands in here, you can see your controls. Windproof, waterproof. Keep your hands warm. So outside of that, and then there's my pile of slides over there waiting for me to do the toboggan, but I got to clean my little work table off first. Then I'll flip that toboggan over, and I'll take these slides, I'll heat them up with a heat gun, and I'll bolt them to the underside of the toboggan. And then they got quite a bit of material there that I can wear through. They'll take the hit instead of the plastic sled. I'm either going to go one step further, and I'm going to install carbide skates on those slides. I saved the wear rods off the old snowmobile. Here's the carbide. See that insert there? That's carbide. And they put those on the wear rods so that the skis will carve. You have better, otherwise they would just slide when you go into a corner. So that cuts into the ice. So I'm going to cut those apart, and I'm going to install those on the back of the toboggan so that they help the toboggan track true behind the machine and not just start wanting a tail whip. So we found that out when we took Tim's machine for a shakedown. You go into a corner and that toboggan wanted to sling out to the side like you were on an inner tube behind a boat. I don't want that. So I'll put those carbides in there, and that should prevent that from happening. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way the machine looks. I've got my trickle charger hooked up to it. I'm actually going to hardwire the charge leads to the battery, so all I have to do is plug in the charger when it's not running, and it'll keep the battery maintained and fully charged. It should be now, if I can see the indicator, which I can't. Let me see once. Yeah. So Stanley makes a nice little rubberized, waterproof 1.5 amp trickle charger. Let's say you go ice fishing all day, and then at night, on a weekend or whatever, at night you plug the machine in, and it'll charge the battery back up overnight so that you're ready to go the next day. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. So let's get cracking on that toboggan, get it done so I can maybe get this out on the ice this weekend and see what it does.